Good morning, second graders. Today we are talking about solving 1 and 2 step problems, and we will do that with our subtraction skills. This will require us to read carefully and take our time. Let's jump into our video and we will move on from there.
Some students are in the gym. 13 students leave. Now there are 15 students in the gym. How many students were in the gym at the start? What is happening in the story? What are you asked to find? What information are you given? You are asked to find the number of students in the gym before 13 students left. You are given how many students left the gym and how many students are there now. Do you need more information or can you solve the problem now?
Think about that answer. Do we need more information or do we have enough to just solve?
You do not need more information. You can solve this problem in one step using the information you have. You can write an equation. First, think about what you need to find. How many students were in the gym at the start?
You can use a question mark to stand for the unknown.
Which part of the equation represents the students who are still in the gym?
Select your answer.
Okay, some students were in the gym, 13 left, and 15 are still in the gym.
The 15 represents the students who are still in the gym. The question mark represents the number of students who were in the gym at the start. You can also use a bar diagram to show the parts and the whole. How does a bar diagram help you? The bar diagram shows what you need to find and what information you already have. It helps you work out which operation you need to use to solve the problem. It shows how the numbers are related. You can add to solve this problem. Why can you add to solve it?
Okay, remember what we know about fact families. If we have a missing addend equation, so that's like saying blank minus 13 equals 15, we can flip that fact and say 13 plus 15, and that will give us our missing number.
You know the two parts, 13 and 15, and you need to find the whole or total. You add the two parts to find the whole or total. So 28 students were in the gym at the start. Now you know how to use models and equations to solve word problems.
Okay, let's pop down to our extra look and just talk about this a little bit more.
So, I'm at a school dance, which is held in the gym. There are 36 students in the gym at the start of the dance. 16 students leave the gym, but 10 more students come in. I'm wondering how many students are in the gym now. What to do? Oh, I know. I can use a bar diagram to write a subtraction equation to start. I know that there were 36 students in the gym at the start of the dance, so I'll write that here in the bar diagram. 16 students left, so I'll write that here. I can use a question mark for the unknown for the first step in this problem. How many students were in the gym after they left? Now, I'll write a subtraction equation using the bar diagram to help. So I have 36 minus 16 equals 20. Now, I have to figure out how many students there are now by adding the students that came in. And I love bar diagrams, and it looks like I can use one again. I'll place 20 for the students who were left on the left of the diagram, and 10 for the students who came in on the right. I see. I can add to find the whole. 20 plus 10 equals 30. There are 30 students at the dance now. I did it! To celebrate my math victory, I'm going to get back to this dance.
All right, second graders, please meet me on page 365 in your math book, and we will talk about this a little more. Okay. All right, let's look at this problem on page 365. It says, Trevor made 20 apple muffins for the bake sale. Ryan made 15 banana muffins. They sold 23 muffins in all. How many muffins are left? This is a two-step problem because first we need to say, well, how many muffins did we have to begin with? We need to take the 20 that Trevor made and the 15 that Ryan made, and we want to see how many in all, so we're going to add. I know that 20 and 10 is 30, and I know that 0 and 5 is 5. So we started with 35 muffins, okay? Now we need to subtract to find out how many they sold or how many are left. This is the question we need to answer. So if we had 35 and we sold 23, we can subtract to find the answer. Now I'm going to set this up standard algorithm style to go with the math that we've been doing. My first step is to compare my ones, and 5 is bigger than 3, so I do not need to regroup. I can just straight subtract. They have 12 muffins left. Notice we have to put a label on our answer. If we don't, then nobody knows what we're talking about. Let's turn the page. We are going to talk about 1 and 2, and then I will help you set up 3 and 4 and ask you to do number 5 on your own. Here we go. Some keychains are in a bag. So already we know that this is our mystery number, okay? Some. We don't know how many, but there are some in there. Aki, I don't know, takes out 17 keychains and 14 are left. That tells us if we say 17 plus 14, that would tell us how many were in the bag to begin with. So we can look right here. We add 17 and 14. 7 plus 4, hopefully you remember, is 11. Carry your 1 to your tens place. Now I have 1, 2, 3 tens. There are 31 keychains at the start. Okay? Let's look at the next one. This is a little bit, that's a little better, I think. Some leaves are in a pile. Again, we're starting with the mystery number of some. 26 leaves blow away, 22 are left. So we need to combine 26 and 22 to find out how many were there in the beginning. Your bar diagram is already set up for you. 26 and 22 are the parts. We are looking for the mystery number or the whole. This allows us to add 26 plus 22. 6 plus 2, hopefully you remember, is 8. 2 plus 2 is 4. There were 48 leaves at the start. Okay, this kind of math requires some careful reading and some thinking, guys, and you're just going to have to try your best. Take your time, think about what you're being asked, and try your best. Number 3 says, some balls are in the closet. Mr. Thomas takes out 15 balls for class. Now there are 56 in the closet. Well, knowing that we're starting with some tells us that we are looking for the mystery number, which is the total number of balls. He takes out 15. 56 are left. if we have two parts, that means we're looking for the whole, we can add. When we are adding, we can put these numbers in any order. It doesn't matter which one is on top. And we can go ahead and add just like this. 5 plus 6 equals 11. So that's 1 1 and 1 10. Carry your 10 over to your tens place. 1 10 plus 1 10 is 2 tens. 2 tens plus 5 tens is 7 tens. We had 71 balls at the start. Okay? If I'm going too quickly, pause and make sure your math book matches mine. Number 4 says, Corey buys a box of 96 paper clips. Okay, so now we know that we are starting with the total. Okay? The box had 96 at the beginning. He uses 34. How many are left? So when we're setting up our bar diagram, we know what the total was, so that goes at the top. And we know one of the parts. Our mystery number this time is the other part. How many paper clips are left? If we have the total and one part, we have to subtract, okay? So we will say 96 minus 34. Our first step is to compare our ones place. 6 is larger than 4, so I can just subtract. Make sure you write in your answer. Pause to finish, and meet me on number 5. Okay, number 5 says, AJ counts 44 acorns in his yard. He picks up 27 of them. Then 16 more fall from the tree. How many acorns are in the yard now? Show your work. Now this one is a two-stepper, okay? Because first thing we have to do is say 44 are in his yard and he picks up 27. So 44 minus the 27 he picks up equals what? Then we have to take this answer, and that comes over here as our first number, plus 16 more fall down. This answer becomes this answer, okay? First step is to subtract. Whatever you get from this subtraction problem comes over here, and you add 16 to get your final answer. I suggest you do standard algorithm and line it up. Your first step is to compare your ones. You will have to regroup here, okay? Because 7 is bigger than 4. I would like you to try 6 and 7, 8 and 9 on your own. Take your time and do your best. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Also finish up 4 and 5, okay? I'm going to meet you at the quick check. You pause when you're watching so that you can finish your math, and then watch the quick check when you're ready to take your quick check. Okay. Here we go. Make sure you're listening. Make sure you're using a whiteboard. Emily picks some blackberries. She eats 14. She has 19 left. How many did she pick in the beginning? If you have both parts and you're looking for the whole, you need to add. 14 plus 19 tells you our total. Number 2. Aiden has 46 building blocks. He uses 27 for a project. How many does he have left? If we have the whole and one part, we have to subtract. 46 minus 27 gives you your answer. Number 3. Mr. Mullaney has chickens on his farm. He gives 16 eggs to the Smith family and 12 eggs to the Reed family. He has 25 eggs left. How many did he have at the start? This is a two-step problem. And this is not asking you to do the math. It's simply asking you, what is the first step? Well, your first step is to figure out what he had to begin with. So we need to say 16 plus 12. 16 plus 12, that's what we need to do. That's how many he gave away. Then we need to add the 25 that he has left, and that will tell us how many he had at the start. So, we need to find how many Mr. Mullaney has at the start. Read these choices carefully and pick the best answer. Number 4, right? Are we on 4? I think so. Yes, number 4. Lily buys 54 beads. She uses 23 to make brackets. I think that means bracelets. Then she buys 22 more beads. How many does she have now? This one, again, is not asking you to solve, but instead telling you to pick the equations that you need to use. If she has 54 and she uses 23, that's a subtraction. Whatever that answer is, then we have to add the 22 more that she buys. So 54 minus 23, and then that answer plus 22. Listen carefully, choose carefully. This one should not trick anyone. And number 5, there are 44 birds at the bird feeder, 21 fly away, then 16 more birds join them. This is a 2-step problem. First step, 44 minus 21, that answer plus 16. First you subtract, then you add. Take your time, do your best, use headphones and a whiteboard, and I know that you'll do great.